Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie, and for today's video, we are talking about Clown in a Cornfield. This is a horror film that came out earlier this summer, I believe in May, and it has been on my radar pretty much since. I saw a lot of people saying really good things about this film. It's just one of those that just happened to bypass me, as often does if you're not new to the channel. Kind of already know that. This film is based off of a novel by the same name. I have not read that. Again, if you're not new to the channel, you'll already know. Not a big reader around here, so this is solely based off of my opinion of the film. And I did see this one come up on Shudder, so it is available to watch on there. I believe it's available on several other streaming platforms as well, but that is where I watched it. I just went on there to look for something to watch, and it was one of the kind of first things that popped up as recommended for me, so I was like, okay, we're gonna sit down, finally check this one out, and I'm really glad that I did. And again, as often happens, bummed that I kind of waited on this one. If you don't know what this film is about, it is a slasher film that follows a daughter and a father-daughter duo as they move to the small town after the tragic death of his wife, her mother. He becomes the doctor of this small town. She gets kind of mixed in with this like bad group of kids. They play a lot of pranks. It's kind of one of the things within this film is that they play these pranks creating slasher films, and so it's kind of, you know, tale as old as time, nothing super new, and that's this film in general. It doesn't bring a whole lot of anything new to the slasher genre. It's not by any means reinventing the wheel. It's a lot of slasher tropes. It's a lot of what we've already seen before, but that's kind of the fun of this film. It really is like a film for slasher fans. I don't know, so I would assume the novel follows along the same path, and that is what I really enjoyed about this film. I think that if you are someone who is just a slasher fan and you're going into this just wanting a fun, easy to watch slasher film, then this is definitely going to be a movie for you. Like I said, it's not really bringing anything new. We see a lot of the same things that we've seen in other films, slasher films particularly, but again, that's what's kind of fun about it. There are a lot, I will say there are a lot of twists and turns within the film, but there are times as things start to kind of slowly be revealed where certain things you definitely like catch on to, and you could be like, okay, I kind of know where this is going. And then there are other times within the film where there was stuff revealed that I did not see coming, particularly a scene where all the kids are in a barn, and I'll just say, oh. And if you've seen the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. That twist, I was like, along with the rest of the kids, was like, oh, interesting, and I loved that. If you've seen the film, you'll know what I'm catching on to. But that was a twist that I did not see coming. But there are definitely some. Again, it's a pretty stereotypical slasher film, so there are twists and turns in this film that again are nothing new. But are definitely really, really enjoyable, and I genuinely had a fun time with this film. I definitely think it's one that can be added to a horror movie night. Its runtime is about an hour and a half, a little bit more. I will say something that unfortunately I feel like can often happen is that we got to about 15 minutes left of the film and it was starting to feel really, really long. Pretty much all of the twists had been revealed at this point, and the film just kind of kept going, and I was just like, okay, we've got all the information. How are we gonna end this? Are we gonna end this? When is it gonna end? So even though you have those last 15 minutes of the film where you're starting to feel like okay, like, let's wrap it up. It still was enjoyable, and it still, for the most part, pretty well kept my attention, though. Again, it is a film that, and I saw a lot of people have this take on their Letterboxd, was like, it's not a film that you really have to fully pay attention to because you've pretty much seen it before, which is true. So if you are just looking, again, for something to put on for a horror movie night, or just a kind of quick, fun watch, this can definitely be one of those kind of films. I'd say it would definitely be fun to sit down and watch with like a group of friends, whether they're fellow horror fans or not. It can definitely be a good like starter slasher, I would say. It's got some gruesome scenes, but it's not too bad. So I'd say, you know, little more, I'd say it kind of runs that line, like, I find any way to insert it, but Scream, there's pretty decent amount of gore when it's there, but it's not, you know, terrifying or overwhelming level of gore. And I really, really enjoyed this film, and I highly recommend it for any horror slasher fan to check out. So if, oh, and one fun fact that I didn't know going into this film, if you have seen Ginny and Georgia, you will be pleasantly surprised the actress that plays Abby, is in this movie, which I didn't know. She was kind of really the only recognizable actor, other than there was one more other actor in this film that I recognize, because if you've ever seen the TV show Mom, which I actually just finished watching, he plays the character of Andy in that. So that was like a pleasant surprise that I just finished watching that TV series, and then that actor popped up. So two recognizable faces, which I think is really fun, but for the majority of the cast, pretty non-recognizable, which I always enjoy in a horror film. So if you have seen Clown in a Cornfield, let me know what your thoughts were on it in the comments below. I hope that you did enjoy this quick little review. If you did, please do give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more spooky and horror related content, and I will see you all again later with another video. Bye.